All right, we've made it to Southern California. Today is the day of donation. I'm going to be donating they call it PBSC, which means peripheral blood stem cells. Basically, I was matched a few months ago with to a patient who's got leukemia, and me and this patient are very similar in our immuno profiles, or we've for better lack of better terms, we're like a kind of like a genetic match, meaning that my stem cells in my bone marrow and in my blood could possibly work in this person. This person has a cancer, like a blood cancer, and there's a chance that if I donate my stem cells to this person, that they have a chance of full recovery, remission from cancer, and to get some extra years on their lives, which is really cool. This is through the NMDP, the National Bone Marrow Registry program. So I donated once before when I was 19, and I got to meet the man that I donated to. His name was Joe, and he got an extra about 11 years of his life in full remission from what he had, leukemia.
Let's get on this. Let's get with
I'm out here because I had a big up.
a big up.
Yeah.
Joe, what was your up?
My up was, I'm looking at you, man. You were my up.
That's so cool.
Yeah, no, I came down with leukemia about 4 years ago and had a bad prognosis on that and went through a lot with the chemo and not knowing what was going to happen and coming to the crossroads where you have to have a change. And at that time, it was about having a bone marrow transplant, not knowing what that even was, and going through that and having to deal with that, and also the emotions that the changes of your life, and just going from having a normal life to having to deal with that, and not knowing where that was going to lead. And I needed a bone marrow transplant, and I needed a donor, someone who would match my skin type and all of that, all the requirements that I needed for that. And he was a donor. He didn't know it, but at that time when he donated his stem cells, that he was going to save my life.
Yeah.
He did. Yeah, there's so much I can talk about that. It's just, I'm just trying to...
Thank you. I'll be in the back. Okay.
So I got to see firsthand the potential benefits of doing something like this, what I can do. So when they asked me if I wanted to donate again, it was pretty difficult to say no, pretty easy to say yes. And that's mostly what I feel like my role is in this whole entire process, is just saying yes. There's already some kind of greater system that's at work, and all they needed was a match, myself, and they needed someone who was willing to go through the process of actually coming out and donating. The process takes some time. It first starts with medical tests, blood tests of myself to make sure that I'm healthy enough to donate. And once they check medically if I qualify, then I'm healthy enough to donate, then they want to ask both parties, hey, are we still in a place right now where we want to exchange and give a donation of blood stem cells? And so I said yes. The next process then is preparing my body. And so for the last 4 days, in the morning time, I've been injecting myself with this medication called filgrastim, which increases my blood stem cells and my white blood cells in my body, so that when I donate, they're going to be taking some of those stem cells, and I'm not left with a deficit, but more at like a baseline is the purpose of that medication. Sometimes the medication can make you feel like your bones are swelling up, get some like body aches. Some people have talked about fevers. It's a small price to pay for being able to donate. The person I'm donating to right now, who is anonymous, I won't be able to know this person, and I might not ever meet this person in my life. It's really anonymous. They're probably going through right now much more stringent things. The last person that I donated to, I think, went through 5 or 6 rounds of chemotherapy to prepare for the stem cell. So 5 or 6 rounds of chemotherapy sounds really, really not fun. So this little medication that I took that maybe gave me some fatigue or some bone aches is very minimal in comparison to what this other person is going through. Today, when we donate, it's very simple. They're going to put some lines in my arms. One line will take the blood out, send it to a centrifuge machine. It's going to spin, 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 and they're going to extract the stem cells. And then the rest of the blood, they're going to come back into the other arm. It takes a while to extract those stem cells because there's not that much in the blood as it is. So it takes a while, anywhere from like 4, 5, 6 hours of being hooked up to this machine until they have the enough stem cells for the donation. And then immediately after they get this little bag of stem cells that they collect from me, they fly that immediately to the patient wherever they are, and they receive that stem cells. And then they go through their own process of integrating those stem cells into their body. And sometimes that could take months at a time, even a year, for their body to fully accept the stem cell donation. There is a chance that the patient doesn't accept it and complications arise, and I know that sometimes they will pass away before. But in the last case of the person I donated to before, to Joe, it took him, I think, 6 months, and then he was slowly, week by week, month by month, in his blood stem cells were becoming 10% mine, 20%, 30%, 40, 50, until 70, 80, until 100% of his blood was in his body was from the stem cell donation that I gave him. So his blood type had changed, and now the stem cells in the blood that's in his body are coming from, let's say, a non-cancerous or a healthy source, my source, versus what they had before. That's about all I know about from the medical biology side, which isn't that much. And there's a large part of me that wants to know more or have an entire understanding of why cancer exists or exactly why this treatment is around. But I signed up for the bone marrow registry when I was 18. I donated once. I saw the positive benefits, and they called me and asked me, like, are you willing to help? Are you willing to be of service? And so I said yes. And this is when I first said yes when I was 19. It was an answer and it was a decision that dramatically altered the course of life for me. By saying yes to something that I wasn't really sure of, that I maybe wasn't going to get any praise for, I wasn't going to get to meet anyone, there's no promise of it actually working. It's just you taking time out of your life and energy out of your life to do something a little bit uncomfortable, to say yes to potentially giving somebody a second chance at life. Me saying yes to that was extremely impactful into who I am as a person and how I want to show up in the world. And so this is another opportunity for me personally to practice saying yes to being of service to the world, to being of service to other people, to making other people more important than myself. It's a lifelong process of saying yes, one that I think has given me so much value, so much purpose in life, is to be the person who says yes, to wake up and to try my best to be that guy. So I feel super lucky, extremely lucky right now that I get to practice saying yes again, which I think saying yes is one of the best things that as men we can do on our time here on this earth. So I'm here with Ewar. Ewar is behind the camera. He's going to be hanging out with me. We're going to go to the hospital. We're going to get this thing done. And in about 20 or 30 minutes, it's going to be smooth. It's going to be easy. I'm feeling pretty good. We got some movement in this morning. We got some bronchus. It's going to be an easy day, donation day.
Why does holding on hurt so bad? something make you so sad? When your mind is racing, you don't know any other way. Stuck in the moment, pacing. You bite your tongue with nothing to say. Once you lose your true love, it feels like love is over. She fits your heart like a glove. She made you feel closer to a love you never had for yourself. There was something precious that could not be held. You cherished it with your life, never wanting to let it go. Why does holding on hurt so bad? Why is letting go so hard? How can something make you so sad? How can something make you so sad? But life happens in the saddest of ways. Some things you cannot control. You will never know till that day. It feels like life has ripped on your soul. Why does holding on hurt so bad? Why is letting go so hard? How can something make you so sad? How can something make you so sad?
We have arrived. One more off brand.
I know, because
What do you mean?
how do you reach about my
I've got a really mobile spine. You can put it wherever you want.
one? Yes.
Just put it in me.
Expiration date is
Where did that picture go?
no, I'm putting the
Look at the number. Look at the number.
what number?
Station 10.
Oh my God, you had the old machine. Just a minute. Can I share that with the new people?
Yeah.
Because they don't have an idea, the new people.
This is the new machine.
Yes, it's a newer machine.
Welcome to the machine.
You didn't take a picture of your nurse? Who your nurse?
No.
You did.
Or?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Oh.
Oh my god. Oh, that's the old one?
Yeah. Can I take a...
Yeah, I'll send it to
I
you.
just want to send it...
You been.
Oh, okay. When
Oh,
you need
Eeyore,
to.
come get a shot of this needle. She's gonna stick it in me.
No, no, stop. I got
What?
sick.
Go.
Welcome
Grab my fat.
Where have you been? It's alright, we know.
No, very slow, very nice. Much nicer. That doesn't make sense.
It's designed in a way there are different tubings, and by density, this cell goes this way, this cell goes that way. But
Science.
we still have to watch, make sure that the cells that we want are going in the right tubing. Here we go.
Welcome.
Yes,
We're about to get plugged in. What
Not yet.
was my TBC?
Your CBC. C.
No, it's total blood count.
The blood count? I thought it's complete blood count.
I think it's TBC.
Oh.
How long you been doing this job?
I'm old.
So
Don't ask me that. It reminds me how old I am, how long I've been doing this. Remember, I was at St. Francis doing the blood drives.
I know. I was there.
And you were there.
I was there. Okay, so this is apheresis machine that circulates the blood and then separates the different stuff based on density, like the stem cells. So I got one line in right now, and she's about to put the first line in that's gonna send the blood to the machine, and then from the machine you're gonna go back to this arm, and then we just hang out like that for 5, 7, 20 hours. Yeah, so it's gonna take us maybe 5 or 6 hours to collect two cans of BAM stem cells.
Yes. A lot of cells. Yeah. But maybe
I have 1 million
more than that.
stem cells.
Oh, fresh blood. Young blood, fresh blood.
I'm a young boy. Young blood. We gotta watch out.
Look at how flat your vein is already.
What does that mean?
Hydration.
Is that good?
That means you need to drink a lot of water.
Yeah, we've been drinking a lot of water.
Yeah?
Yeah. I drink like a half a gallon of
Oh, you
milk,
do? Milk?
orange juice.
No, water.
What's wrong with milk? It's raw.
Correct.
So there's one straight arm.
Here.
And then the other arm. Well, at least we got one of them. The other one we lost. The one that's not straight. What's the opposite of straight, Nina?
Crooked.
No. Try again.
Bend, don't bend. Sorry. What does it mean? Are you
What is the opposite of straight?
not straight?
Yeah, that's right.
Crooked?
That's right. Something's off. So I'm plugged up. I got all these cords. Got a lot of cords going into my body. Got to clear cords, gray cords, green cords, orange cords.
Was it beeping?
I don't know.
Before?
I don't remember.
It was beeping.
I'm an old man. It's been
You
too
don't
long.
remember.
I'm an old man. Yeah, and then when do we get the massage?
Let me make a phone call.
Last time that she came in, she did a head massage.
Oh yeah?
Uh-huh.
That person retired already.
No way. It looks pretty good to me.
Sorry, kid. You have to do over.
Redo.
I'll have someone.
We need to redo it. We can do it.
Well, we have to do it. I'm so sorry.
Mani pedi? Okay, so we're fully plugged into the machine. Left arm is sending the blood to this apheresis machine. And then in the top right, you'll see the orange kind of liquid. That's the stem cell bag. We're not getting too much. We'll see how long it takes. It's anywhere from 4 to 6 hours. And then my right hand here, that's where the blood is returning back into my body. So just me and this machine hanging out for a little bit, and then you're done. That's the extent of the donation. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Now just kind of be patient, meditate, hang out. That's it. That's my pulse.
Whoa.
Let's see if I can slow it down. There it is. I think it was 6. almost 6.5 hours. And this is the quantity that we get. And then it flies to the patient, the match. Those are the stem cells. That's it. Maybe like half a day of hanging out in a bed in a really tiny bag. Hopefully we can get this person some extra time. Pretty cool. These are my babies. These stem cells making my blood, and now they go someone else and they make good blood for that person. Pretty wild.
Just a little shirt.
Oh yeah. What size?
I put a large, but now that I'm looking at you, I don't know.
Large, medium, both work.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Not a problem.
I love that.
All right.
Look at it. Look at us now.
Look at that guy.
Yes.
I'm huge.
After hydration, right?
I'm
Sorry.
huge.
Yeah. Now it's huge.
Look at that.
Yes. Superman. Okay, wait.
Here.
Don't be busted. Oh my gosh, your sweater. Don't forget your
Ah,
sweater.
yes.
Sweater and
No, I feel great. I feel so happy to be out of the bed.
I'm sure.
Thank you. Thank you for just rolling with me today. That was great.
Don't forget your beautiful shirt.
We have a shirt.
And you guys stay safe, huh? Wherever you go.
We're gonna stay dangerous.
Very adventurous, I'm sure.
Yeah. Hey, dangerous. We will be dangerous. More like doing handstands. Okay.
If you want extra water, extra juice,
We got juice. We got laptop
your orange juice, your coconut.
and coconut water.
Yeah, coconut
And then we just
water.
need this. The last thing I need is a hug.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
You take care of yourself, the two of you.
Yes, we will.
Take care of yourself.
We'll see you. Queen, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Okay, we're out of here. We saw the exit sign. Bye. Okay, we done it. You. We done it. Crazy. Let's go to the sun. All right, feels like just not too long ago, a couple moments ago, walked into the building, and now we're out. And ultimately, it's pretty simple. A couple days, coordinating logistics, showing up, and then just saying yes. A little bit of needles, hanging out in the bed. It's very simple for me to do. Right now I feel a little bit sleepy, but ultimately pretty good. The sun feels amazing right now. I'm hungry. Iwar and I are gonna go get some Mexican food. And then the rest of the day is just relaxing. And by tomorrow, we're gonna be working out, we're gonna be moving, we're gonna be back on the path, back on the grind. That's donating your PBSCs. I got the opportunity to do that when I was 19, and I was in the same exact bed, in the same exact place, in the same building now as a 31-year-old. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that this donation is received well, and that whoever receives it does some really good things with it. But as the saying goes, no sweat off my back, giving the gift away, and hopefully, God does some good things with it. And then after this, we get to go play in the sun for some more stuff. Thanks for watching this. If you're interested in becoming a donor, all you have to do is sign up. Just look up the National Bone Marrow Registry program. You don't have to do it. If you feel called to do it, go do it. This is just something that has been part of my life almost spontaneously. The actual story of how this came about, I was a senior in high school, and I wanted to not be in class because I did not like sitting in class. I wanted to leave. And I knew that if I signed up to donate blood at the blood drive they were having at the gymnasium, that I could leave class. So I signed up, I left class, and when I donated blood afterwards, they had a little booth there with the bone marrow registry, and they asked me if I wanted to sign up for that. And then they told me that only 1 in every 500 people actually donates their bone marrow. So it's a very small chance. But they said, if you do get asked, it's very special because somebody needs your help. So I said, why not? And all they do is swab your cheeks, get your DNA, put it in the registry, and that's it. So the reason that I was on the registry, that's the reason why. And then 3 months later, they called me for the first donation, and I got to see what happens from somebody who receives that donation. And now I get to do it, or have done it for the second time. So pretty special. Feel pretty good about it. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. All right, we are 1 day after the donation, and to be honest, I'm feeling really good today. Energy levels are good. We're like at 90%. I'm feeling healthy. I'm feeling alive. Feeling like yesterday wasn't that big of a deal, to be honest. But I know that my body is going through a little bit of a regeneration process. It's going to be doing some healing. Not all of my blood was able to come back into my body. And honestly, my blood went into the machine and back into my body 4 times. All of my blood went through this machine and then back in my body. So they did have to put some calcium and other supplements. So I've been hitting the supplement game, but I was really excited because BioPro, I reached out to them and I told them about the donation. I said that afterwards I'm going to need some help healing. So they were able to send me some product, some of this BioPro. I've had it before. It's phenomenal, natural kind of enhancer for human growth hormone and other types of things in the body. You can take a look at their products and what they got online, but it looks like this, where there's just a set of 30 of these really tiny vials, bada bing, and every day you just take 1 vial in the morning, and then you take 1 vial at night, and then 1 at night helps you sleep. The 1 in the morning are just some really good supplements. Like a lot of the supplements come from goji berries and some other stuff that they got going on. Just looks like that, and you take it, and this is really going to help my body bounce back because we are at LAX. We are heading south. We're going to go find some swell. We're going to go surf. We're going to go live it up. We're going to go in the sun and eat some fruit. You know how we do. Thank you so much for watching this vlog, and big shout out to BioPro. If you want to get some BioPro, you can look at the show notes down below to get some. If you're feeling like you need a little bit of enhancement, some natural boosty boost to your life, if you need to recover from something, or if you just need a little bit extra, if you're a little bit under the gun, if you know what I'm saying. This is Bam. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you on the next one.